and welcome to my second video. Fun times. I'm going to be doing something a bit different in this video than my first one. My first one was about spelling reform. If you didn't watch it, I think you should, because I'm in it and I'm special. But no, the second one is going to be revision material for students, obviously, English students. I'm not doing maths here because I can't do it to save my life. So, seeing as I'm doing English, I thought I'd inform you all of the stuff that I find difficult, so I'd learn them properly, so it's helping me, and then I'd tell other people, so it's helping you. So it's a win-win situation. And this one I'm going to be doing nouns, which is something I always trip over when I'm writing essays, and I have to have like a sheet of paper to remind me. And it's better to memorise them, obviously, for your exam, and so you don't have to faff around. So, nouns. There are different noun groups, noun categories, you know. They divide down. There's not just a noun. The noun will then come into a subcategory of noun. It could be proper, common, concrete, abstract, count, non-count, collective, and possessive, which are all ones I'm going to be going over, so if you don't know them, then you soon will, won't you? So yeah, proper's the first one. You should know proper, so I'll keep this brief. Proper, names, places, you know, it refers to proper things, hence the name. So, me, Ellie. Ellie is a proper noun. It also begins with a capital if you're spelling it. Spelling reform. No. So, yeah, if you're spelling it, which is always a hint. For example, France, Paris, capital letters. However, they're not always with capitals, so watch out for that. Don't let that trip you up. But like I said, that's quite easy, really, like Birmingham, Nottingham. So, yeah, that one speaks for itself. Common is a noun group that generalises. So you could have car. Car would be a common noun, and under that you'd have different types of car, which I'm not going to name because I'll pronounce them wrong because I know nothing about cars. Flower. That's something I know something about. You can have the flower in the grass. Flower obviously would be a common noun. It's not going into detail. It's not saying the pansy in the grass, the daisy in the grass. So there you go, a common noun for you. Next is concrete and abstract, which sort of go hand in hand. Concrete I always confuse with common. Concrete is a physical noun, so that, if you heard that, that's a desk, that's a concrete noun, because I can touch it, I can feel it. This here, Pritt stick, that would be a concrete noun, because as you can see, I'm touching it. Lots of things like that. Chair that I'm sat on, you can see that there. That would be a concrete noun, all physical things. So as you can see, they're easily confusable with common. I always get them mixed up. It's probably because they both begin with C and I'm a bit daft. But yeah, abstract's next. Abstract is a bugger and a half. They're really difficult to notice. You'd think they were another sort of word class, but they're ideas, processes and occasions. So we're talking week, hope, happiness, charity, all the, like, you can see where the word abstract comes from. I would not have thought they were a noun unless I had it drilled into my head by John, who's a fabulous man. Let's not go there. Yeah. So, abstract, things you can't touch. Direct opposite of concrete. And different from every other noun we'll be talking about. So that's one you really need to remember, and it'll score you some good brownie points in your exam if you do it like I will be. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm sad. Count nouns are next. Count and non-count nouns. I'll be going through them both. Count nouns is quite simple. You can count them. So, let's have a look what I have here. Pine cone. One pine cone. Count noun. You know there's 1, 2 pine cones, 3 pine cones. You can count to the point where you know exactly how many there are, which is what is different from non-count nouns, which they're not in plural. Plural would be under collective noun. It's where it gets really confusing. So non-count nouns, there's no plural form and they cannot be counted. For example, silver, information, hockey. You can't count them at all. I mean, information, how much information? You wouldn't even think how much information. You know, so they're the most confusing ones, I think. They annoy me to no end. If you remember it, then good. I hope I'm teaching you. Anyhow, collective nouns, which I always confuse with non-count nouns. They refer to groups, so crowd. You can't count them again. It's not like count nouns. It's not like 3,825 people in the crowd. So you don't hear crowd and know exactly how many there are. There's flock, fleet, all that. yeah, I think that's about all there is to say for that. Family, committee, what have you, it's just a group, and it's neither count or non-count. They're completely different category. You can't mix them up, otherwise you'll be told off severely by me. Naughty. Anyhow, possessive nouns. This is when apostrophe or apostrophe s or just an s is added to the end of a noun, and it basically gives it possession. It marks possession. For example, a baby, and then a baby's bottle, or baby, I-E-S, obviously, bottle. That makes the, you know, if you're just saying a baby, it's just a baby. If it's a baby's bottle, the bottle belongs to the baby. Okay? So that would then become a possessive noun. Obviously, if it was the bottle who was owned by the baby, you know it's possessive, but it still isn't a possessive noun. I hope I'm getting this through to you. That is all I have to discuss on this, but I'll give you one more example because it's looming around in my head. The cars. So that in itself is a plural. The cars, and then the car's colours. So say you're looking into a big car park and all these cars are different colours. The car's colours. That again is a possessive noun. I hope this has been helpful. I don't think it has. I've learned something because I had to revise it all before I did this video. But I doubt you'll have learned anything because I ramble a hell of a lot and I'm not to the point. But I'll get better. I'll practice, I promise. Yeah. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.